Cheese. All right, welcome back to That's Some Cheese, part of the Vendetta Sports Podcast Network. Today is Friday, November 26th. We're going to do our weekly podcast with Mr. Baker. Baker, what's going on today? How you doing?
Yeah,
What's
what
new?
is up, Vendetta Nation? I am currently living the dream, driving home from Philly, the greatest city in the goddamn world. And, just chilling out and some tunes, ready to talk some sports.
All right, so we had this a little bit of a... I don't even know how to open this. I asked you a question.
Oh, I know how to fucking open it. Let me open it up.
Okay,
All right. Vendetta Nation, the commissioner, as I like to call him, Trey Daubert.
I'm not a commissioner. I don't like that. Let's come up with a new name.
All right, well, I'll think of it. I'm the Don, so, you can't even fucking take that. How about Fredo? You want to be called Fredo, you little bitch?
Fuck you. If anything, I'm Santino.
Oh, so you die?
Probably. I make a lot of enemies.
So, let's get back to the fact at hand right now.
Okay.
So, Vendetta Nation, Trey Daubert just asked me, a diehard, lifelong Phillies fan, born in fucking Northeast Philly, if Bobby Abreu should be in the MLB Hall of Fame, the National Baseball Hall of Fame. And I said, fuck no. That goddamn Venezuelan motherfucker doesn't even deserve to be in the Phillies Wall of Fame, considering he only played 3 seasons with us.
What does the fact that he's Venezuelan have to do with it?
Nothing. I was just stating a fact. He's Venezuelan.
Okay.
Not anything. Why are you taking me to that place?
Well, I gotta win the argument somehow, so.
But you're not going to.
All right, so why shouldn't he be in the Hall of Fame? I want to hear it.
What's his career batting average, Trey? I'm driving. I don't have stats up right now.
All right, well, we can work on that.
Not over 30. I'll tell you what, it's not over 300. So that's one. Did he hit 3,000 hits? No. I think he's at like 2,300 hits. That's not very good.
Your math is kind of close. He's at 2,470 hits.
Okay,
not
so
terrible.
Actually, no, that helps his case. He's almost at 2,500 hits. So that helps his case.
He's a 291 career hitter. Not bad.
Not bad.
His on-base percentage is 395.
What was that?
On base is 395. Not bad.
Not bad. What is this guy? How many home runs does he have?
288.
Not good.
Not
helping
good.
his case.
But let me throw this out here though. He has
Oh God.
He has 400 career steals. Surprising, right? That's not bad.
Considering how fat he got in his later years. How many gold gloves? I need to know how many gold gloves.
How many gold gloves? Ooh,
Probably 2, 3.
1.
Dog shit.
2005 gold glove, Philadelphia.
Yep. That was the year he won the home run derby as well.
Let me throw this out here, though. There are 63 players who have 400-plus stolen bases and 250 home runs. Abreu, Craig Biggio, Barry Bonds, Ricky Henderson are some of those players.
All right, Craig Biggio has over 3,000 hits. The milestone. My thing has always been milestones. So 500 home runs, 3,000 hits, 500 steals, above a 300 average, 1,500 RBIs. These are things that I'm going to look at when I get it. And all these new age analytic fans are going to say, oh, well then Edgar Martinez shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. You're fucking right, he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. He's a goddamn DH. The only DH that should be in the Hall of Fame is David Ortiz.
I was going to say, if that name wasn't coming out of your mouth, I might have had to choke you.
David Ortiz is the only DH that I believe should be in the Hall of Fame. A DH does not play the most important part of baseball, in my opinion, is being good in the field. You can be a phenomenal fielder like Brooks Robinson or maybe Yadier Molina, or Scott Rowland. Scott Rowland should be in the Hall of Fame, everybody. It's bullshit that he isn't yet.
Or Sandy Leone. Put Sandy Leone in the Hall of Fame. You know?
Yeah, Ryan Sandberg, Hall of Famer. Not because of his bat, people. It's because he's the best defensive second baseman of all time.
Well, let me give you another one. All right, so Bobby Abreu has a 60 WAR for his entire career. That's pretty good.
It's the stupidest fucking thing ever because he played on the dog shit 2004 to 2005 Phillies. We came in last place.
Listen, he's not a bad player, all right? You got to consider him.
He's not a bad player, but he shouldn't even be considered on his first time. What is it? Is this his first time on the ballot?
Yeah, his first time.
He should not even be considered a first ballot Hall of Famer. Put him in like Jim Rice said and get in on your 10th time about to lose your eligibility. Then go ahead and talk to me.
All right.
Jim Rice got the MVP award. And no, he actually does not have a World Series. He played for the Red Sox. Sorry.
Oh, fuck you.
No.
All right.
The Red Sox have beaten the Cardinals 2 times in their 3 wins. So I don't want to hear it. Was it 3 or do you have 4 wins?
What do you mean?
Since 2004. How many? 2004, 2007, 13, and 17. You have 4. Twice you've beaten the Cardinals in 2004 and 2013.
You take them any way you can get them.
Oh, no, absolutely. But this is my thing on Bobby Abreu. I'm a stats guy. These new age baseball fans are going to say, there's more to the game than stats. There's more to the game than stats. You're right. There is more to the game than stats. And if there is, if you firmly believe that, stop giving Mike Trout the MVP award.
I'm not going to disagree with that one. What about Derek Jeter? I say fuck it. Let's not put him in either.
First ballot Hall of Famer.
Why? He's got negative defensive runs saved. You're bringing up all these defensive numbers. He's a terrible defensive shortstop.
He hit the 3,000 hits, though, man.
No, I just don't like him.
He was a captain. He's got the World Series rings. He's got championship pedigree.
But what if I don't like him?
What if you don't like him? Is that honestly your argument right now? I don't like him.
Just fucking with you.
How do you feel about Bartolo Colon? I'm a huge fan. Put him in first ballot. That's what you sound like.
Big sexy.
If I closed my eyes and somebody made that voice, I would say, oh my God, Trey's sitting right next to me.
All right, let's talk about the offseason because that's what we're going to talk about. Baseball heavy show here today. What do the Phillies need to do? Because they spent all this money and they won one more game than they did last year. And Matt Klentak is a shitty GM in my opinion. That guy doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Dude, so fucking bad. Listen, okay. I got a couple hot takes. The Phillies have some of the best young outfielders in the minor leagues right now.
And those would be who?
Trey, you're putting me on the spot?
Well, you said they got all these young guys. Who are they? I know Hazley, but who that? He hasn't done much.
Listen, my point is they have 0 pitching right now.
Yeah, well, maybe you would have had a young pitcher, except you gave him away for Real Muto.
I understand that. I'm fine with having the best catcher in baseball, Trey. The thing that they have to do, in my opinion, is right now, you got to trade Rhys Hoskins for prospects.
What kind of prospects?
Some goddamn pitching, man. And it's going to be tough because Rhys had such a shitty year last year that his value has gone down tremendously.
I wouldn't do that. I like him. I don't know. I think you got to play the stock market here. His value's too way down. You're not going to get full value for him. I think he's a guy that can hit 40 home runs in a year. He hasn't shown that last year, but I think he's a guy that can hit 40 home runs, and I don't think you give that up for 50 cents on the dollar.
I think maybe what happened last year was, he's getting used to going back to his natural position of first base, but I also think that the Phillies had a 200% upgrade this season at the manager position. I think Gabe Kapler probably 2 hits to the head shy of being in a goddamn short bus. But and wear a helmet for the rest of his life. But
hey, he's the new Giants manager. He has to know what he's doing. They hired him.
Go ahead. Go to California and eat your kale, Kapler, you loser. Goddamn hippie-loving, yoga-doing son of a bitch.
He's jacked, though.
Oh, cool. He's jacked. You know a ball player that was not jacked? Babe Ruth. Kapler needs to take...
David Ortiz. He's yoked up.
David Ortiz did some steroids.
Not an ounce of fat on him.
Steroids.
I have been hurt the Didi Gregorius rumors. Do you buy that one? Would you take him?
To the Phillies?
Yeah.
I have not even heard that. What is it, a trade?
No, he's a free agent. Would you sign him?
My concern is pitching right now, man. I wouldn't even touch. I think they have solid players in the field. It's just.
So you're going.
Who's our best?
So
our best pitcher right now is Aaron Nola, who can't get any support from his bullpen.
Hold on. Don't talk shit on Aaron Nola. That fucking guy's good.
I'm not talking shit. I think that last offseason, the Phillies signing Nola to a long-term deal was the best move made in baseball.
Wouldn't disagree with that. So what you're saying is basically Phillies need to go all in for a Garrett Cole, a Steven Strasburg kind of guy. That's what you're saying.
I think they need to go out for a big-name starter and then just start getting... You got to go get some role players in that bullpen, man. They suck.
You know who I would sign? I think Zach Wheeler's really good.
I think Zach Wheeler is probably a very underrated name right now.
I think you get him away from the Mets, and he's not pitching that fucking Wilson Ramos every day, and their trash-ass defense with Robinson Cano, who can barely move 2 steps to his left. You get him with a better defense, a real catcher. That dude throws 91-mile-an-hour sliders. He's nasty.
Yeah.
I think he's really undervalued here.
I do as well. I think these big names, right now the big names are obviously Cole and Strasburg, but I think Wheeler should be definitely talked of more. And the one name that I think needs to stop going in the Phillies GM's mouth is fucking Madison Bumgarner. It's going to be another Arrieta situation if they sign this guy. Signing an old pitcher past his prime who had a short peak window. Because let's be real, Mad Bum was good for, 4 seasons during their dynasty run?
I would sign him. I don't know what it's going to cost, but I would sign him.
Really? Oh, I don't think so.
I think he's the type of guy, he'll ride out the year, he'll throw a 3.7 ERA, and then come playoff time, he'll throw a gem.
That's if we make the playoffs, though.
Yeah. You're just going to have to live with the fact that he's going to give you an above-average regular season, and then his big nuts will take over when it counts.
3.7 ERA is not above average.
Well, that's what I think he'll give you in the regular season.
That is a below-average ERA, dude.
I think that's what he'll give you, and then sometimes you got to make moves for October. He's a guy, he just doesn't give up runs in the postseason.
Yeah, I mean, you got me there, but either did Jake Arrieta, and that's what we went out for. And we had an 81 and 83 season, our first year with him, and then we had a magical 82 and 82 season.
A lot of magic behind that one.
Yeah, sorry, it was 80 and 82, and then it was 81 and 81.
I want to talk about Matt Klentak. I think that guy's a moron. How did he give Andrew McCutchen that much money?
Dude, but the thing is, Hutch was killing it in the beginning of the year before his ACL injury.
He's still not worth $60 million.
Absolutely not, but you're also paying for veteran leadership. I think that was a solid signing. I think you definitely could have gotten him for cheaper, especially after the horrible years at the Yankees and the Giants. You definitely could have gotten him for cheaper, but I love the signing because Hutch loves Philly. That is my biggest thing about being a
So basically, Ben Simmons could stink and you still like him.
Ben Simmons, he needs to learn how to fucking drive the ball for more than a quarter. God damn it. That goddamn no-look pass last night ruined the game for us at the end.
Well, Joel Embiid, 0 points. He was on top of his game.
Yeah, he hates Canada, all right?
I want to talk about my team because there's this Mookie Betts rumor that I think people are nuts about. I don't see it happening. What about you?
What's the rumor? Trading Betts?
I don't see how it's going to happen.
I think I'd rather get rid of JD Martinez than Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts might be the second best player all around in the league.
I agree. I'm just saying, like, all these people throwing out these Mookie Betts trade offers. I broke it down the other day. Like, one, you're going to ask another team, because his arbitration salary is going to be like $27, $28 million. You're going to ask a team to eat that. It's a lot of money for a lot of teams don't have that to just eat on one player. Number two, he's basically walking surplus value. On a 1-year rental contract, you're not going to get the value for him, regardless of how good he is. So not only are you asking a team to eat a lot of money, you're asking a team, because of that, they're not going to give you what he's worth. I don't see how a trade's going to happen.
It's not going to happen. You know how many prospects you'd have to give up as well for Mookie Betts? Dude just came off, he won the MVP, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
You honestly think that, and he's in his peak right now, he's in his prime.
Yeah.
You and I have been talking about Mookie Betts since 2015 when we went to Fenway and sat on the Monster. You said then that kid is going to be one of the best players in the league in 2 years.
I'm glad you have a good memory.
What?
I'm glad you have a good memory.
You also said that day that Hanley Ramirez was one of the best players in the game.
He's the best player in the game when he cares. He just doesn't care all the time.
Yeah, he's never going to play in the league again.
That was how many years ago?
That was 2015. That is almost 5 years.
Yeah, he was good. He was good back then.
Yeah, he was all right. He was playing left field. He was a shortstop.
He had a really good year in 2016, I think it was.
Yeah, that ruined Hanley Ramirez. But anyway, back to Betts. There's no way any team is going to give up their entire future for a rental deal. It would be stupid.
And then eat that money. Because how many teams we got a plan to sign free agents. Like, you trade for Betts, you're wiping out any free agent you want to sign, basically.
The only team I see doing that could even do it, is the Yankees. But they're going after pitching this year.
Do you think the Red Sox would ever trade him to New York? No,
maybe for the right price, but
not a chance.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to happen. I think the most logical thing that makes sense is I think Martinez will get moved. I think they'll trade him.
He has one more year, right?
He opted in, and he's basically under like a 3-year contract where he can opt out at any time that he wants.
Yeah. I think the right thing to do would be Martinez. Not that Martinez is a stud, man. That kid, he can play ball, but I think Mookie Betts is honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that Mike Trout is in the league and he's in a city like LA, he would be the face of the league.
I don't even know if Mike Trout's the face of the league.
Who do you think is right now?
I don't think it has one.
I really don't either. I think that's why baseball's dying.
Oh, it's so bad, isn't it?
I don't know how people don't love baseball.
No, don't get me wrong. I was talking about the fact that they don't market it right. Like, Rob Manfred's a fucking idiot.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%.
He just does everything wrong. He doesn't let you share clips on social media. He is anti-gambling. Like, everything he does is just wrong.
It's hurting the fucking league.
Yeah. How about Anthony Rendon? I think he's the one guy that, like, I'm not a huge fan of giving out big contracts, but I don't see how that guy fails.
Honestly, yeah. I think he is probably obviously, I think he's the best third baseman in baseball. I think Nolan Arenado has been fucking overrated for the last 3 years.
I don't know if I'd call him overrated, but I don't.
Not overrated, but I think Rendon has been overlooked because of him.
Yeah, I agree. I would agree with that. That guy's disgusting.
Arenado is fantastic. He's got the glove. He can hit. He's everything you want in a third baseman, but Rendon, man, holy shit.
That guy's got some nuts on him.
For real, dude. His postseason was insane.
Every time he comes to the plate, you think he's going to hit one. Like, that's the greatest feeling to have. When your guy comes to the plate and you know he's going to do damage.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think the guy should have won MVP this year.
I guess we can talk about that. Listen, these fucking guys that keep voting for Mike Trout, I can't stand them. They should be assassinated or something. The fact that
Mike Trout. Let's put that out there first. I love Mike Trout.
Yeah,
I think he's going to be the best baseball players to ever play this game.
Has nothing to do with Mike Trout, the person or the player. It has everything to do with the Angels.
The Angels are killing Mike Trout, in my opinion.
And you know what else? Shame on him for signing that extension. Why was he going to do them any favors? They've done him nothing.
I still don't think he is finishing his career with the Angels. I think it's going to be another Giancarlo Stanton situation where the Angels realize, wow, we have this massive contract and we can't sign anyone now.
I think they're going to go all in this offseason. I think they're going to spend a shit ton of money.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't know if it's going to help.
I think they're going to land Garrett Cole. I think they're going to land another starter. I think they're going to go nuts. I think they're the one team that's going to spend a lot of money.
Remember in what year was it? It was 2012. Right after the Cardinals won in 2011 against the Rangers, the Angels made waves.
Yeah, C.J. Wilson, Albert Pujols, Josh Hamilton, right?
Yep, that's exactly the offseason I'm talking about. How did it work out for them, my friend?
Oh, they were total negatives, all of them.
Everyone, except for maybe Albert had his first year hitting under 300 that year with the Cardinals in 2011. And when I saw that, I was like, Dad, we got to let him go. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I know you're from St. Louis. You love your Redbirds. Get him out of here. He's done. And I was right.
You got to be careful who you pay, man.
Exactly.
Like, all these teams, you want to throw money at Garrett Cole, that's fine. Maybe he'll be good. Maybe he'll be awful.
Look at DJ Wilson. Oh, my God. Just from an example, I mean.
I don't know. I think you got to, like, Marcell Ozuna. I think you're nuts if you give that guy a long-term contract.
Fuck no.
That guy, like, he just does not care. He just, like, fly ball in the outfield. Fucking, I'm just not going to catch it.
Dude, this guy won a gold glove with Miami.
I know.
And, he can't throw from shallow left to home on a line.
Like, that guy's just lost it. There's no, like, and he's going to get money. There's no way I would sign him.
I swear, I hope he goes to the Braves.
You have anything on the Cardinals? What do they need?
Well, Cardinals just signed Adam Wainwright to a 1 year, pretty much just hey, finish out with us. We made it last year. We got Jake Flaherty. We still have Yachty. We got Tommy Edman, who is, I think, honestly, if that dude puts on 20 pounds of muscle, he's going to be one of the best all-around players in ball next year.
Paul DeJong?
Paul DeJong needs to stop fucking swinging for the fences because he, as a shortstop, I would rather you be a 280 hitter and a gold glover, right? You know, you're shortstop, you're supposed to be the best defensive player in that infield.
Well, that would be Colton Wong.
Colton Wong has turned it around. That guy came up through the minors, the Cardinals farm system, and his swing is so long long and like lumberjackish that he has trouble getting out of the box. He has great speed. He has phenomenal speed.
He's a really good fielder.
He is. The Cardinals turned it around. They went from being the worst defensive team in 2018 to the best defensive team in 2019. I think a large part of that was the coaching. You get rid of the goddamn idiot. What the fuck was his name?
Matheny. He was bullying guys.
Yeah, he's in Kansas City now, I believe, right?
Yeah.
That motherfucker, he's retarded. And I'm glad he's out because Yachty hated him too. Yachty.
I don't think anybody liked him.
No one did, dude. He lost the fuck. He got a lot of praise because he took the Cardinals to the series in 2013. Bullshit. That was La Russa's team still.
That was John Farrell taking Terry Francona's team.
Yeah, exactly. That was a World Series of the two worst managers of the decade.
Yeah.
But I think the Cardinals need to they need a bullpen because you can't have Carlos Martinez pitching in the ninth.
He
went from being one of the best starters and young starters in ball to being a goddamn head case who he gets up there and he throws it like he doesn't give a shit. He still has phenomenal speed.
That's a weird one.
What?
That's a weird one. I don't know what's going on with him.
Dude, ever since Oscar Taveras died, remember the old Cardinals?
Yeah, he was going to be good.
He was going to be a stud. Yeah, once he died, that was his best friend.
Jose Fernandez.
God, R.I.P. to the real one.
Yeah.
Jose Fernandez.
All right, Chach. I think that's good for this week.
All right. Well, Trey, it's always a pleasure. That was a fun one. Yeah.
Next week we'll do some baseball, maybe some college football stuff.
Oh, I'm in.
All right. Thank you guys for listening, and we will see you next time.
Tell you something. You know what really grinds my gears? You, America. Fuck you, Diane.